Hi, friends. I hope you are having a fantastic night, and I really appreciate you taking the time to check out my testimony. So, I thought I would start off with just a little bit about myself for those that don't know me. My name is Tiffany Meyer. I am 36 years old, actually 37 in a few weeks, but who's counting? Saying Meyer is just a little bit weird for me yet because up until August of this year, I was still a Neuendorf. So, yes, I just recently got remarried for the second time. Um, the first time was definitely a learning experience, but this time around, I definitely found my perfect match. Um, Together, we have 5 kids. He has 2 from his previous marriage, and I have 2 from mine, but that's a whole nother story in itself. So, anyway, my primary job is I work at the hospital in the cardiac cath lab. So, we help people who come in with heart attacks, and we put stents and balloons in the coronary arteries. And it's a pretty gratifying job, if I do say so myself. I've been there almost 10 years now, and I absolutely love it. I do have kind of a part-time second job where I place external defibrillators on patients who have kind of low heart failure, or they're at a high risk for arrhythmias. So it kind of just gets them through and is a safety until they can get everything figured out. If that wasn't busy enough, I decided that I was going to go ahead and do this whole Plexus adventure. So, I also wanted to say that I'm a health and fitness lover, but I didn't start until I was in college. And at that point, I decided to finally look into what I was actually putting into my body, and I started running. And since then, I've done several races, including multiple distances. I've done 10 half marathons, a full marathon. I do 5Ks for fun. I know it's kind of weird to some people, but that's what I do and that's what I enjoy. So, needless to say, a few years later after I started that, I got married, and then right away we got pregnant. So we had a baby boy right within the first year or so after getting married. And along the way, I'd picked up some not so healthy habits. And therefore, this year or this summer, I tipped the scales at my heaviest weight ever. So that would lead me to my Plexus story. Before Plexus, I continued to run, but obviously I wasn't choosing very many other healthy habits. So I apparently couldn't figure out how to get back to where I wanted to be, where I would be feeling good again. So about 6 weeks ago, several of my coworkers had already jumped on the Plexus bandwagon, and I'm the kind of person who likes to get the details, and I'm not real spontaneous, so I don't just jump right into things that I don't know about. So I wanted to kind of hear them talk a bit and see kind of how it worked for them. So finally, after some time, I decided I was going to jump on board. And so in the end of October, after another 7-day adventure, I decided to go ahead and sign up as a wholesale ambassador. My whole main goal in joining Plexus was to finally lose some weight. I just wanted to get the cheapest priced, and that's why I signed up. All right, so I began the triplex. Along the way, I've continued to learn about what all entails. I honestly had no idea about how much our gut issue or our gut health affects so many different issues. There were those list of issues that Michelle posted today that I was shown, and I had over half of them. And I thought, I am way more unhealthy than I thought I was. So a few of them off the list that I personally was dealing with was insomnia. I would have 2 or 3 nights a week where I would be up all night. I just toss and turn. I couldn't shut my mind off. Maybe finally getting about 2 hours of sleep and having to go through the whole next day, super tired. And then it would become a vicious cycle. So I would be getting off work on my way home, and all I wanted to do was take a nap. So I'd take a nap, and then I'd be up late, and then I'd stay up all night again. And it was just not working for me. I also, I know nobody really likes to talk about it, but I also had bathroom issues. I would probably only go once a week, if that, and it was not very comfortable. So I was definitely looking to help my digestion with Plexus. It kind of goes with my energy as far as what I was talking about earlier. I would be just so tired all the time. I wondered how people how do they even live life like this? How do they go through life and enjoy things when they're so tired all the time? My sugar addiction was ridiculous. If you know me, you knew I was obsessed with those sugary, salty, sour worms. I always had them on me. I would purchase them at work. If I wasn't at work, I would purchase them at Casey's or Hy-Vee. I would always have worms. I would probably have a bag or 2 a day. And that was so bad for me. And I knew it, and I didn't care at the time. As far as caffeine, I had an addiction for sure. I I knew pop is bad for you, but I really didn't even take it into consideration. I would at least have one a day at lunch, and sometimes a second one for dinner, and barely drink any water. Obviously, that was terrible for my health, and all of the decisions I were making was causing me to have terrible bloat. So I would feel crappy about myself as well because I was so bloated all the time. And then I also did have depression. I am still currently on some antidepressant meds. They're working pretty well for me, but I would definitely also have seasonal affective disorder. Random days where I'd just be in a bad mood and not want to do anything. It didn't even matter what my family was doing. So honestly, I hadn't even gone into Plexus to fix any of that. I really just wanted to lose weight. That was my main goal. So pretty much once I started taking Plexus, I started feeling better. I would say within a couple days. So I'm going to kind of go back over, now that I've been on Plexus for about 6 weeks, I'm going to go back over a few of those problems or health issues that I was having and what Plexus has done for me in those areas. Okay, so as far as insomnia, my sleep now is the complete 360. I am tired when I go to bed. I go straight to sleep. I don't remember a single thing when I wake up in the morning from throughout the night. I have the best sleep ever. I was also a light sleeper, and now I'm not sure if my kids could wake me up in the middle of the night if they need something. I mean, obviously I probably would, but it's just I sleep that well. I go to the bathroom every day, at least once a day, sometimes more. That has definitely helped my bloating. My bloating is absolutely all gone. I finally feel like whether I've lost weight or inches, I feel like my stomach is actually my stomach now. It's not all bloated and sticking out. My energy is literally through the roof. My husband says sometimes that maybe I'm just a bit over the top with my energy because I can go all day long. I barely sit down when I come home from work now. I'm ready to go do this and go do that and do the dishes and do the laundry. And I think that he's kind of seeing what's happening here with this Plexus, but he's completely supportive, and I love him for that. My sugar addiction, I cannot promise or say that it is completely gone, because I know it's only been 6 weeks, and it does take a long time for your body to fully heal, but is definitely decreased. I have sweets every now and then still, definitely, I would say maybe a couple times a week, but it is not nearly the habit that it was before. I accidentally ended up quitting pop. It wasn't even intentional. I just began drinking more water, and the more that habit came into play, the less I just didn't even thinking about drinking pop, until one day I was like, I haven't had pop for, I don't remember the last time. I also won't say that I haven't had any pop, because I do once in a while still have it when we go out to dinner or something, but it just doesn't even taste the same. I definitely don't crave it anymore, and I'm so glad that I'm drinking that much more. I've never drank so much water in my life. And as far as depression, I am still on meds, but I have been in such a good mood every day since starting Plexus that I almost forgot about the seasonal affective disorder until I saw it on a post from someone the other day on Facebook. So obviously this stuff is working for me. I've had a lot of success in such a short time period, and I know that's not normal for everyone. I just feel very lucky that it's worked so well for me. Needless to say, Plexus has helped all those issues. I continued to run, and then really without thinking much about it, I would eat less. I'd have less of an appetite, and I in fact lost 10 pounds since the end of October. So it really wasn't even intentional. I mean, I was in my head, my goal was to lose weight, but it just happened to be coming off without trying anything extra. So I just want to say that these 6 weeks have been such a life changer for me. I don't think I'm ever going back, and I can't wait to see what my progress and what my results are at day 90, or even in 6 months. I can't even imagine how good I'm gonna feel. To be honest, Plexus has helped me physically with all those issues, but it's also helped me mentally. Not only do I feel better about myself overall, but I've had to step out of my comfort zone and face fears. And I decided to do this video, which I would never have done in a million years. I don't like being the center of attention. I don't like people looking at me, but I think this is just such a big deal that it was well worth it to share. So that is my Plexus story, but hold on, I'm not done. I have a question for you. Don't forget that we have giveaways every day, so be sure to comment below the video your answer to this question. It's actually 2 parts. One part, you're here on this adventure for a reason, but what is your reason? What is your why? What is your main goal? Give me your main goal. And then the second part of the question is, how long would you be willing to give it to get to where you want to be? Even if Plexus wasn't involved, how long would it take for you to reach your goal? Would it be 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, a year? Do you think you would ever get there on your own? So again, don't forget to comment. I am giving away a nice little surprise. I think I would personally like it. It is a gift card, which I have a Walmart one right here, but a gift card of your choice. So you comment and we'll do a random drawing, and then whoever the winner is, they can, I will contact them and then find out which gift card that they would like, price $10. So Thanks again for watching, and I hope you enjoyed my testimony because I sure do.